A very good afternoon, folks. I said I'll pop on, have a quick chat with you before proper chat tonight. A proper chat about the game tonight. 24 hours before the Glasgow derby. And yeah, nerves are starting to kick in for some fans, and we all know what's at stake tomorrow. Celtic need to win against Rangers. And I've done a preview video on the channel as well. I hope you all have a look at it as well. A 15-20 minute preview video talking about the game and the stakes and who should start. But I hope everyone is doing well this weekend. Hope we're still feeling a bit optimistic as well. Hail from sunny Westmead, I kid you not. It's overcast here in Scotland where I am. It's overcast at the moment, but hopefully it picks up. I'm going to head out for the day and go for a nice walk. Might have a whiskey later on. Might go out for the game tomorrow. See how we feel. Hail, Wilson. Hope you're doing good. So, folks, score predictions for tomorrow. Straight to the bat. What you thinking tomorrow? Celtic versus Rangers at Ibrox, 12 o'clock on Sky Sports. Are Celtic going to get 3 points at Ibrox tomorrow? Do we have enough in the tank to compete with Rangers from back to front? Because, be honest, Martin O'Neill has an 80% win ratio as Celtic manager since he came back in them 2 terms this season. Danny Rowell, on the other hand, has a 70% win ratio as Rangers manager. And it doesn't look, to be honest, in the past, I wonder why Rangers fans are boasting on so much about results. You look at the screen there. Last time we were to beat Rangers in any competition was in the League Cup. But regards to the league, we're going back to the 1st of September 2024 when we beat them 3-0. Since then, we've been atrocious in the league against them. A couple of draws, few defeats, and we beat them in the League Cup. Then we beat them in the final as well, 8-7 on penalties. Doesn't look really too well regards to form in the Scottish Premiership, but you know what? You got to make change, and I think we have the best manager to guide us to Ibrox in these next 2 games and get results there in the cup and in the league. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be hostile tomorrow. They're going to be completely up for it. They scraped a 2-2 draw last week against Livingston, which they were 2-0 down. People forget that as well. And yet they had 12 minutes at a time as well. Strange one, isn't it? Strange one. But, you're not surprised with Scottish football as well. A lot of people have raised their concerns about this guy being the referee tomorrow as well. What I would say is if Celtic keep the discipline, no yellow cards in the first half, I think we have a good opportunity winning this game. It's all down to midfield battle. We need to have players that can go straight into the wire in the midfield. I don't think Benjamin Egan has the tank to have the fight in the midfield, the physicality. Some people are saying Oxlade-Chamberlain about the game, about starting the game because he's after being rested. Some people will look into the bigger picture in here and say Rangers have had a week to prepare themselves for this game. We played on Thursday night. They have Brother Beaton on their side. They're going to be at home. All these things against us backed us into the wall. The way I look at it is, forget about the outside noise. Just go there with a hunger and belief that you want to turn a corner and do something about it. How's it going, Dom? How's it going, Robbie? How's it going, Wilson? How's it going, Owen? I'm not forgetting your comments. I'm in the manifesting zone. I'm brainstorming here. What I'm saying is, I don't want to be saying half a sentence and then jumping off and thinking it again. So I want to say a massive shout out as well to another one, Paul, and his YouTube channel. I know he done the Celtic Fan Awards video last night. He's giving me a little recognition. I appreciate that, Paul. I really do. You're doing a great job with your channel, and I'd love to have you on the channel one of these days. I have to say, I got some good humor off watching it. The clips, and then he put up a recognition for the Rangers Ramble, and then there was one there where he tipped the Rangers Ramble and took the piss out of them. Oh, absolutely brilliant, saying like, I'm tipping you more than your club's worth at the time. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. it's better going into the derby 100%. Like you have to, like the underdog mentality. Like odds are against us tomorrow, and that's what will make it even more special if we were to come out of Ibrox with 3 points. And it could be a 0-0 stale, 0-0 draw tomorrow. Both teams will probably be afraid to approach each other a certain way. But I don't think with Martin O'Neill. I think Martin O'Neill will be straight to the point. Let's go direct. Let's try get an early goal like we done in Stuttgart. And we've scored early goals at Ibrox in recent times. Look at Days of Maida scoring there early. Obviously, in hope he can cause Tavernier a nightmare tomorrow. And this is the sad thing. This could be Days of Maida's last league game at Ibrox for Celtic. Could be Martin O'Neill's last time managing Celtic ever at Ibrox in the league. I obviously know we have to go there next week in the Cup. But a lot of people are writing us off. The media are writing us off. Other podcasters, neutral podcasters, are writing us off. Everybody's saying Rangers have a great opportunity of winning it. Look, they do. But Celtic are in town. Celtic are going to that side of the Clyde. And they're going to obviously show why they've been champions over showing the dominance of the last decade. You got to turn up and, don't be afraid to tackle. Don't be afraid to get stuck in. Go for every 50-50. Take shots from outside the box. Start using your flanks. No, I honestly believe tomorrow we can't go short passing at the back. I really believe that Rangers will press on that. See the likes of Moore. If they go over Morosky, if they go with someone else up front. My starting lineup for tomorrow, this is what I done on my video earlier on. There's 48 people tuning in, 32 on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd be appreciated if you go over the face of people on Facebook and jump over to YouTube and subscribe. Look, all I'm asking is subscribe. It's free of charge. I'm not asking to write a 20-page novel about the game for me. This is the table as it is before Hearts play Aberdeen today. Look, Aberdeen might pull off an upset. They have lost the last 3 games in a row, but they're still 8th in the table. If they were to win today, they would leapfrog Dundee, which Dundee are playing away to Motherwell. So eyes will be on Motherwell at Fair Park today, as Motherwell looking to try make a bit of ground. And Motherwell could be 1 point behind us. 1 point behind us if they were to win today. Crazy to think, innit? It's absolute madness to think how this could go today. It's a big day in the league. Hopefully this will be the allocation tomorrow, and then next week will be the full 7,500 fans, because the 20% allocation for cup games. Must be a Stuttgart supporter. Ew, can't see anything there. Green smoke. If Kasper starts, they're literally going to give Sefko a goal. Everybody's been saying it over the last 24 to 48 hours. Sinisalo has to start tomorrow. Pulled off 4 big saves over in Stuttgart. It's a clean sheet. We need Araujo to be fit. 100%. We need Araujo to be fit. If Araujo is not being fit, you go for Donovan. I thought Donovan played really well over in Stuttgart. Thought he played pretty decent. What do you think at the top? What do you think at the top I'm wearing? Thought I'd wear something different for the podcast and see what you think of it. St. Patrick's Day top Umbro brought out last year. I had to bring out another one since. Something different. Obviously it has PT on it. Then it has 7173. Then the shamrock and then the ball. Something different, something slick. How's it going, Terrace TikTok podcast? It'd be great to get you on. Look at folks. I know there's a couple of podcasts that tune in. Just drop me a message. I'm happy to come on to your podcast, or you can come onto my podcast. I like to do as much collaboration with people. I'm looking to maybe do a new segment on the channel where I'll go to a random place in Scotland, go to a random Celtic bar, have 1 or 2 points in the place, split the G, have a few chats with a few Tims in the bar, put them up on YouTube and build relationships. It's all easy of me sitting in the comfort of my own home saying what I need to say, but at the end of the day, this page is about the supporters. This page is about people's views on Celtic. I can say what I want and put my face at the front of the page, but I always say the subscribers, the comments. That's what keeps me going. That's what gets me going. The thoughts of coming on and put my face on this is brilliant. How's it going, Lindsay? I hope you're doing well. We are favourites the last Derby day. We will get on to you soon. Fantastic. As I said, just drop me a message. I'm across all socials. Even if you don't have a page on Instagram, even drop me an Instagram mail or drop me a mail on Come On The Hoops. But a massive thanks to the 81,000, reading on 82,000 followers across Facebook. And yeah, some people don't agree what I have to say. Some people do, and I don't really care. I don't go to bed worrying about it. Michael, how are you getting on? I hope you're doing well. Tell us where you're tuning in from. Jordan, great to see you in. Suck easy win for Hearts. Motherwell draw all over it. I don't know. I think Motherwell would beat Dundee United. I think Jim Goodwin doesn't have enough in that tank, that Dundee side, to be beaten. Motherwell, I think Motherwell are looking like the best team in Scotland at the moment. I know the table might be different, but they're ruthless. They're absolutely ruthless. They're good in their play. Aberdeen, if Aberdeen pull off an upset today, it'll give an extra sting to the game tomorrow. If Hearts were to lose tomorrow, for both teams going into this game, because obviously teams want to make a bit of ground. If it's Celtic or Rangers, 2 points in it between us and Rangers. For some reason, I was saying last night, there's 1 point in it. There's 2 points in it. Tuning in from Glasgow, thank you very much. How are you doing? Motherwell win, best footballing team in the UK, 100%. They're looking, you got a squad there that are willing to, they know their roles, they're willing to fight for each other, they're willing to, fight for 3 points, and most of all, their support's behind them as well. Well, I want to touch on Willie Hockey. Obviously, he went on Go Radio the other day. Lord Hockey, if you want to call him that way. I didn't realise Willie Hockey's worth 387 million. 387 million. Did anyone know that? Now, I giggled this morning, and his proposal is a Celtic ticket fan alliance. What he wants is, he wants people to, season ticket holders, to register their data and join this ticket alliance. It's not going to cost him a penny. He's not asking for money off the fans. What he's trying to say is, if he can get 50,000 season ticket holder signatories on this alliance, he's going to purchase £10 million worth of shares. £10 million worth of shares. And you know what? I know the Celtic collective, they've been criticised and then they've been praised, but money talks. Money talks. If you're going against the board and you're putting money in, you're putting money in against them to buy shares and hopefully hold them accountable for their failings over the last, I could say the last decade, because we've only out of 9 attempts, we've qualified, or we failed to qualify 7 times out of 9 attempts getting into the Champions League, which is crazy, And that's what we need. We need that. I know the Celtic Trust and other organisations have been pushing to Celts for Change and stuff like that, have been pushing to get that 5%. But you need a bigger voice in the room. And obviously, Willie Hockey has worked in a non-executive position at Celtic back in the 90s and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go too much into that. What I would say is, he is a season ticket holder. He does love his club. He can see what's happening from the stands and what's happening regards to lack of investment on the pitch. We need a bit of clarity going into this summer, because what will happen is some fans will not renew their season books. They will be second thinking it. And it's crazy, but if you don't have a vision and you don't know where you're going with your team, it's a hard one. But we'll stay on the Glasgow Derby. This is my starting lineup anyway. I'll put it up on the screen. Just have to remove the comments for a minute. It's good to see people are tuning in from Glasgow and different places around the world. If you could share it or like the YouTube video, it'd be appreciated. Every single like will help my algorithm reach out to new people that will come across this video. And when new people come across the video, it could be someone from India, could be someone from Australia, someone from New Zealand, someone from Nepal, someone from Brazil, someone from America, Canada. The more new engagement across the world and that look forward to this podcast and can vent their frustrations in the comments, the better. The better, you know. It's always bad times, about good times. That's a Rangers team I think that will start against us tomorrow, to be honest, which is that's the team I think they'll go for. You know, Fernandez is playing well for them. Suit very slow. Tavernier, he's washed up, hopefully made and get a rip to him. Raskin will start. I think more we gotta watch out for him. Ozan, I don't think he'll score, but I think he's gonna cost a bit of trouble down that left hand side. Gasman looks like a decent player, and then that guy up front. Guy that haunted us in the last game, and he scored against Hearts as well. But this is my team I go for, regardless of Celtic playing at Ibrox. This is who I start. Now, I know comments below are going to say, why not Srirachi? Why not Oxlade-Chamberlain? All of us are going to have different opinions about the starting lineup for tomorrow. Regardless of their opinions, it doesn't matter because Martin O'Neill picks the team anyway. But we can have an idea how we're going to start a lineup. Scales and Tierney were rested during the week, so was Araujo. If Araujo isn't fit, I would go for Donovan. Look at the bottom of the screen. Sinisalo has to play. There's been 3 or 4 people already in the comments saying, if Schmeichel plays, we're going to lose the game. And I agree, I completely agree, look at me in the eyes, I agree, I think Sinisalo has to play. He earns the shorts for Ibrox for this particular fixture. I'll go back onto the team. McCowan has to start. I put McCowan and McGregor right beside each other because it means that McGregor could pick the ball up from outside their own box, bring it up, give it to McCowan. McCowan makes a bit of a run, maybe over to Yang with a bit of communication there, like Stuttgart. Negrin, looking as his luxury player title, can maybe make something happen. Test Butland from outside the box. Maeda and Tierney on the left-hand side. Some people say Taneki. I don't think Taneki hasn't done enough in the Celtic shorts so far. I think he's more effective when he comes off the bench, Taneki. And don't get me wrong, Taneki, his goals he has scored have been nice. Slick goals from outside the box. We need more of that. We need to test Butlands. Yang, I think Yang's the last Celtic player to score against the Sefco. And that was that 3-1 defeat at Celtic Park. Yang can be very direct. And we could use Yang tomorrow. And then Big Tam up front. Big Tam for the physicality. But he needs to hold the ball up. He needs to actually work his socks off. Like that performance we've seen of that 2-1 victory when we went to Ibrox when Giakoumakis played out of his skin that day. Need something like that. Even though there's not a lot of shots on target, just doing the nitty-gritty work at times wins games for you as well. The game I'm talking about was Tom Rogic and Carter Vickers scoring the Angels 4th season. That's the one I'm talking about. Let me see in the comments how everyone is feeling. Johnny, it's great to see you in. I hope you're doing good. Stop you. You're doing my... See you. Banned. You keep coming on to my channel and keep talking about Steve Staunton and Brian Kerr. I've had enough of it. I have actually had enough of it. That absolute garbage you're talking about. See if Willie is doing this for the season alliance. He's going to do this for the ones that are able to get a season. To be honest with you, putting 10 million is better than not putting anything at all. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. Well, we'll see how it goes with Willie Hockey. I think Araujo still could be injured. I think Donovan should start. But the concerns that I've heard from other folk is, well, Donovan and Dane Murray started at Tynecastle, and look how that fell. Different manager. Brendan Rodgers was the manager then, and we all know what happened 24 hours later. Look, Dane Murray was brilliant the other night, and he'll either relish the challenge of going there and playing in front of a hostile crowd, or either he will crumble. I think that will give him a big lift in Stuttgart. And I think, yes, he doesn't have Trusty beside him like the way he did the other night, but he'll have Scales. And I'm sure he's played alongside Scales endless times in training. And I know it's different when you're playing against an opposition, especially in a hostile environment like Ibrox. But if he's going to be any sort of worth at Celtic, he has to play these games and prove himself. There's no point having players coming from the youth academy and not getting a sniff in the team. What's the point in that? You know, we moan about the academy players if they ain't good enough. And these are the games you need to prove themselves. These are the games that you need to show that, you know, they're worth the jersey. That's it. We need to go out there tomorrow and show it. So, Phil, boy, how are you getting on? Good picture there. Is that Lawwell in the picture? A strange one, but yeah. You okay, bro? Yeah, I'm the start. Would love to see a Nacho start. But the problem is with Nacho is his fitness. It's the fitness with a Nacho is the issue. Like, you play a Nacho from the start, how long we get out when you get 50, 60 minutes out. And Nacho's is a proper poacher. He's better holding the ball up. He does come down. He can be very direct. Like, if he didn't have his fitness issues, I'd be all in for a Nacho. Like, my heart is telling me play Maeda up front and play Taneki on the left and Yang on the right and Maeda straight forward. But I don't think he's going to do that. Taneki, Maeda is a striker for Japan. He plays in the big occasions for Japan up front. We shall see what happens. It'd be a strange one. I'm dying to see the starting lineup for tomorrow. Wherever I am, if I'm walking down the street, I'll try do a quick 5-10 minute match news, match update tomorrow. Regardless if I'm staying in the house for tomorrow the game, I'll pop on when the team news is announced. If not, if I'm out and about, I'll try get on and try do a post match reaction. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. A bit nervous, you know, like we're all nervous about. Sometimes there's a word going out for it in case if you get beaten and you feel like shit form. Because I went out last time and we were beaten 3-1 and I was just like horrible form for days after it. Absolute horrible form. But you had a feeling it was going to happen because that guy was incompetent doing his job, Nancy. But we have Martin back at the reins, so could be completely different. You have Maloney on the sideline barking the orders. We'll have Fozzie on the sideline barking the orders. And the last time Martin O'Neill went to Ibrox, 24th of April 2005, we won 2-1 goals from Stidian Petrov and Craig Bellamy. This is our recent results against Rangers. Obviously, we lost 3-1 on the 3rd of January. We won in the semi-finals, a 0-0 stalemate draw, then a 1-1 draw. Adamida scored that one on the 4th of May last year. And then we end up losing 3-2. Barry Ferguson side beat us at Celtic Park. That was the day before Paddy's Day. I remember that quite well. Then we were beaten 3-0 at Ibrox. And then we beat them 8-7 on penalties. Days Maeda scored the winning penalty at Hampden. Then we beat them 3-0. And then we beat them again as well in the cup final. Crazy to think Adamida that day. Feels like a long, long time ago, that 1-0 one down the bottom of the screen where Bernardo took the shot. Butland scuffed it, and then Adamida capitalised with the goal and scored the goal in the late embers of the game. Absolutely unbelievable. Won a double that season as well. But good times. Really good times. Let's see what the comments are saying. Don't you worry, Keith. Do you think Maeda and Atate's heart will be 100% tomorrow, as they seem like they'll be given 60%, which is a shame because they are both good players. Look, at Maeda scored 21 goals last season, folks. It just completely went off the radar. It's like he's being sucked into the Bermuda Triangle with Atate. I don't know what is going on. I really don't know what's going on. As I said, it could be things going on in their personal life. And I know fans are not buying it. It could be agents barking their ears. Like, it's a World Cup year. And if Atate was to go a completely U-turn and start playing like the Rio Atate he once was, and if he was to play every skin for the last 11 games and the cup games, if we're successful at Ibrox in the Cup, Japan manager might have a reconsideration of Rio Hatate and maybe, put him into his preliminary squad for the World Cup if he was to turn a corner. But I can't see it happening. I just feel like he's checked out. As I said, I think where the start declining for Rio Hatate was when he picked up that injury against Atletico Madrid a couple of years back, and that's when I think it all went downhill for Rio Hatate. Came back, wasn't himself, wasn't getting really physical the way he used to be. I just think he doubts himself at times, and he has a goal in his locker. Like, he has that goal. We've seen him score in the Europa League. Yes, Maeda pressed on for the goal against Feyenoord and the goal against Bologna, but it's a good question, Dom. Where's the goals coming from? It's going to be the midfield. Has to be the midfield tomorrow. I just think the forwards that we have, I don't think they're getting enough service. And when they're getting the service, they're scuffing it. They're not taking it. They're not taking the first chance to get, first time around, go for it. I just feel like it's coming from the midfield tomorrow. I said on my preview this morning, I hope you've watched the video. I've done a 20-minute video on it, just if you can. I said earlier on that it will be an Oxlade-Chamberlain and Maeda goals. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain won't start the game, but I think it will be, he'll come off the bench. Him, Taneki, and Forrest, I think, will come on at one time. Could be, if we're not doing well up front, if Suta has, I hate saying this, if Suta has Big Tom in his pocket, or Fernandez has Big Tom in his pocket, you're going to change around and bring in Anacho on, or bring Adamio on as well. I don't think he'll play two strikers. I can't see him playing the Adamio and Anacho at one time, unless we're chasing the game. If they score early tomorrow, it's going to be very, very difficult for Celtic to get back into it. If we score early tomorrow, their fans are on their back. It means that we can start playing our football to a good level. Let's see what happens. Some people say form goes out the book on Derby Day. I wouldn't be surprised if we get something from the asbestos top. It's a great picture. I think that picture is the victory when Bellamy scored at Ibrox and Stilian Petrov. Some people believe that form goes out the window. It's about the hunger. Look at, and we've seen it in the past. We were flying high in the league, and Rangers weren't on form, and they came to Celtic Park and pulled off a surprise win. Some people will argue, seen in the 90s where Rangers were dominant and Celtic would turn up on the day and they might not be on form, and they done really well, 24th of April last time we win 2-1 on Easter Rising dates. See, yeah, it's Martin O'Neill's birthday tomorrow. He'll be 74 tomorrow, folks. Let's do it for Martin O'Neill. I forgot all about that. Thanks for reminding me, Angela. I really appreciate it. Look, I don't care where the goals come from. If it's an own goal, once we get the ball in the back of the net, once we believe Ibrox. I've said it on the channel a couple of times, being very hesitant saying it. If it was a 0-0 draw tomorrow, mathematically we're still in it, but I think that would kick our confidence in the teeth. If we got into 10 men tomorrow and leave Ibrox with a 0-0 draw, I can accept that. But we'll see what happens. We all want to win. I'm gonna jump off, folks. I appreciate you all tuning in. I'll be back on later on about 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight, because I know the numbers will be quite decent. I appreciate you all tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. If you could really jump over and subscribe to the channel, it'd be really appreciated, folks. Just trying to get up more subscribers as I can. 2 new subscribers, happy days to start a good day. But I'm going to go out and enjoy the day. And I'll be back on later on, folks. We have a whiskey in me, so we'll see what happens. Once I have a whiskey in me, I get all real passionate. You'll get the best out of me. Even though you do get as much out of me as you can. I think we'll play 4-5-1 tomorrow. Hit them on the break. Hopefully Big Tom can make himself a hero tomorrow. Big Tom making himself a hero, because I don't see we'll see Mavuka being in that squad. Adami, I don't care who gets the goals tomorrow. Once we beat them. But Nares will kick in later on. I'm better ahead, folks. Speak to you all soon. Hail, hail.